back in the summer of 2024, I made 2 visits to the historic lake freighter Col James Schoonmaker, and this is a combination of those 2 visits edited into one kind of short tour video. So let's go ahead and take a walk around and really get an idea of the impact these freighters had on American history. And it's an interesting thing. It's a great museum, so let's go take a look. I'm supposed to get lots of pictures. First of all, you're going to hear me say through this video, boat and not ship. This is a contentious thing unless you grew up around the Great Lakes or grew up reading about these vessels. On the Great Lakes, an ore carrier that strictly stays on the lakes is a boat, grain, ore, whatever. On the ocean, it's a ship, but on the lakes, it's a boat. Now, if a ship comes in from off lakes, it's a salty.
Right here, Anthony. Go, dude, put your phone down and watch your feet.
With a museum like the Schoonmaker, it's virtually impossible to make it completely handicap accessible just due to the very nature of it. If you make it safe and available for everyone, then you've lost the historic fabric.
This is what the whole purpose was. See the hatches, that crane right up there would lift these hatches off and set them aside, and then they dump the coal, the grain, the iron ore, and fill this all the way up. And then when they got to where they were going, there's a big crane that would come in and scoop them out. It's called a Hewlett unloader, and a big scoop. And that's how they do it. This is hold number 2. 150 feet long, 64 feet wide, 27 feet deep. So they could haul a lot of stuff.
Right.
Go on up, just be careful. This was built in 1911, and when they built this was the biggest ship on the Great Lakes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, see these hatches?
Yeah.
They'd take the crane here. They'd unhook all of these are clamps. See? These would hook over that. That one's turned down too far. But these would hook over that.
Yeah.
And then they'd tighten them down. And that would keep these on, because if you didn't have them tightened down, these would blow off and the ship would sink. So a lot of the old ones, the first ones of these were wood or canvas, and ships would get sunk because if they didn't have them tied down tight enough, they'd rip that off. Yeah, this I think was a first engineer. So this is where one of the engineers would be his room. Well, this will look too bad, other than the fact that this thing would be pitching around and shifting. And
Like bunk, bunk, bing, bunk.
With my inner ear
maybe
issues,
ping pong ball.
lifelong, a career on the lakes was never a possibility.
This would be the oiler's cabin, non-officer cabin. You have to share your bunk with somebody else. So if you were working, he was using the bunk. So there are 4 lockers, but only 2 beds. And go on in. Here's the mess. Well, there's the lyrics directly to Edmund Fitzgerald if you're interested. There's the griddle. Left some eggs on there. Somebody was baking cookies. I think they're probably a little stale.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're also making waffles.
Yeah, they're making waffles. Yeah, having been a cook in restaurants, I'm doing a little bit for my YouTube. Having been a cook in restaurants, this is all very familiar, except mine didn't move. So the fact that this would have been part of the time, I don't think so. I don't think I could do it.
Nope.
Yeah, all right. Now here's the class place where the guys in charge had their dinner.
The way it was in 1911 minus the skylight granted the sign over there.
Wow. The woodwork's beautiful.
That's where the captain sat.
Yeah.
Who's playing music?
I don't know.
If you notice, the camera is occasionally pointing down, pointing down quite a bit. It's because I'm watching where I'm going, because I am notorious for falling over things and landing on my face.
So here'd be one of the cook's cabins.
Is this a steward?
It's not too bad.
Tiny.
It is tiny. Chief steward's cabin. This could be the head cook.
No, the chief steward was not the head cook. I understand I was inaccurate there.
So
Oh,
this,
nice.
this is where I'd have to be on a boat, because me having been a cook, I'd have to have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how they drop the, they pull the ship to shore. Oh wow, check this out, Anthony. There's the anchor chain.
Oh, nice.
Yep, down we go.
Again.
Down to the engine room. Yeah. Yeah, this is how they turn the rudder of the ship. That's all complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in case you're confused or disoriented, we are in the very rear, the stern of the boat, the ship, looking at the machinery spaces, the boilers, the turbine, and the steering mechanism. Looking down there to the left, that's actually the turbine that turned the propeller shaft.
Think you could figure out what all this stuff does if you had to?
I guess you would have to purify the water. And I guess one's probably the generator
Yeah.
and a storage tank. That's little steep steps.
Yeah. Drop your phone.
I generally spare you guys the drama of me going up and down stairs with my plantar fasciitis and my 2-shot knees and my sciatica, but there's a little bit.
And this, they'd call down, tell you what speed they wanted, and then you could change the speed of it. Or a telegraph, I guess this is called telegraph. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think the binnacle holds a compass. I don't know much about boats, a little. Oh yeah, here's the boilers. So the steam would get boiled in there. Water get boiled, turn into steam. And then the steam would go into the pistons of the engines and turn the propeller.
All in the energy engineering.
Now, when the Schoonmaker was built, she had a very different kind of steam engine to turn the propeller shaft, but she was modernized in the mid 1950s with the steam turbine, so she was actually pretty up to date. And if the economy hadn't gone down kind of in the 70s, she might have worked for a while longer.
So when the barcode person probably willing to.
So that's the turbine. So there's two different kinds of steam engines. It's got a big vane in there that the steam turns that vane and then it gears it down. So the little gear there, there's a huge gear inside this. And it turns it down to drive the shaft that turns the propeller. I bet it was really loud in here. Mm-hmm. 15-foot 9-inch diameter propeller. Here's the workshop.
I don't want that one over. Like sometimes whenever I'm in the wild with a big crowd, I just like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I get overwhelmed by too many people.
Yeah. Sometimes I get bored and I just leave.
Yeah.
Then we walked forward along the side of the vessel to go into the pilot house and the decks underneath of it, where all the guest accommodations were. As the flagship of the Shenango Steamship Company, she was really well appointed because they took a lot of kind of high rollers and directors and VIPs aboard on cruises.
Never know who we do.
Yeah. See up there, those silos up there? That's the Lafarge cement terminal. I used to fix the scales up there.
Nice.
Yeah. And down there where we went by the ADM, I used to work in there. Never when there was a ship in. I always wanted to be in there when a ship's in there.
Cover weighs over 6 tons.
Oh, we're gonna sneak through here, folks.
Oh, sure.
We ain't going walking in that one. Not a chance.
Look at these are black dogs.
Hello. Watch your step, Anthony.
There's a little bit of history here about the ship, the Shenango Furnace Company, the Shenango Steamship Company, and their fleet, the other ships that they had during the time. It's all worth a look online. A lot of information online.
This would have been one of the visitors' cabins.
This is big.
Yeah.
It's bigger than a mom church.
This is not, that model is not the Schoonmaker. It's one of her later fleet mates, because after Shenango Furnace, she sailed for Interlake Steamship Company and Cleveland Cliffs Steamship Company. before they retired her in 1980.
There's the guy that built the model. Had a sink out here, a pooper in here, and a tub.
Nice.
Check that out.
Right now.
Yeah, that's what one looks like out of the water.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, check out the skylight.
I didn't know what was this.
Pantry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Laundry?
Yeah.
Laundry. Probably this has been around for 113 years.
Oh yeah.
Whose fire is still working? The model ship is so big that I can't even.
Oh, I know. This would have been another visitor's cabin. Yeah, I'm gonna build a model ship for one of these someday.
Interesting little bit of history. This is a model of the Shenango II, which was built in Toledo in 1958, and as of 2025 is still sailing as the Honorable James L. Overstone. Fighting Falcons from Toledo's 180th fighter wing flew over the ship.
There's a fighter squadron out at the airport.
Yeah, that was cool to see while we were taking a tour of the Schoonmaker. That was awesome.
Which way?
I forgot.
Virgo. Should we follow him? Virgo.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, pretty sure that was the senior officers area. This is the captain's cabin, like his office and his bedroom.
Oh, this isn't even the top yet.
It's not even.
This is called the Texas deck. This was the observation lounge for the honored guests, so they could come up here and have their martini and watch the boat go down the lake. See what this ship was special because not only it was the biggest on the lakes at the time, it was kind of the flagship for the company. That's why it got the extra nice rooms downstairs, and this extra deck was just for because they'd haul the VIPs. Okay, they didn't have private jets. If the company wanted to show you how important you were, they brought you on the big boat.
And they would always bring you up here.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
I saw how you up at being windy.
Yep. Yeah, let's go. Oh, take video, take pictures. Have fun.
Okay, we're having fun.
Alright, see this? If you got hurt and they need to get you off onto another boat or move you to another ship, see where the mannequin is? They'd swing that thing out and drop you onto the other ship.
Nice.
I don't think I'd want to do that.
I don't think so either. I
No,
think I'd be like,
I think I'd be freaking out.
I'd be like, why?
Let's go up to the pilot house. And they'd put a guy out there so they make sure they're not ramming into something. All right, where are we right now?
I don't know.
We're right up there. Oh. Yeah. All right, I got a picture of you at the steering wheel.
Oh, jeez. Oh, he's here.
Where do you steer?
The two wheels on the Schoonmaker were actually unusual for a lake freighter. Most of them had one.
Yeah, she's spitting.
Toledo.
Ready?
Yep. Down we go. Oh yeah, we'll see the tugboat next. Oh, then you go up some windows.
Huh?
It is humid up here.
It is. Feels like the inside of my
Yeah, here.
trumpet case.
Inside your trumpet case.
Yeah.
It smells like that.
Yeah.
Here, hop up in the seat. Let me get your picture.
Oh, jeez. I ain't even allowed to.
Yeah. Yeah. Captain of the tugboat.
Yep.
Captain Anthony.
It's hotter than the inside of my trumpet case.
Yeah.
That's hot.
They close the boats when it's like 100 degrees because people will die in here.
Oh, jeez.
Cabin in there.
Oh, apparently someone's broken.
Well, he's got an even older TV.
Yeah, but at least he's got a better typewriter.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be on the big boat than be getting pitched around on this thing. What's up here? I'm gonna put the rope around there to pull it in.
Nice.
Just a small one. Bring it back.
Oh, boy, there's more stuff over here.
Oh yeah.
That's the bathroom.
Yeah.
Probably got there.
Tight shower, dude. Look at this.
Gosh, you can go to foot in there. Barely.
Yeah, I mean, it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very careful putting my foot down. I thought, what if that goes all the way to the bottom? That the floor is missing.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
Remember, like people back then used to be shorter too.
Yeah.
So
Most people are
everything's-
shorter. Most people are shorter than me.
Yeah, because you're taller than the average person.
Yeah.
That sounds like a superhero name, Super Tetanus.
There's cabins or something in there, but you can't get in there. There-
1,332.
Yeah, it is deep.
Imagine swimming in that.
I no.
I'd probably drown like
Somewhere, well, you can drown in 6 feet of water. Somewhere off here, I think is where the Fitzgerald.
So,
The gate's closed.
Well, that's about it for this one. The museum obviously is well worth